Hello and welcome to the Soberholic vlog. Before we get into the main video today, I want to give you a quick update on the rainbow wall! So a bit of time has passed since we were in here. I wanted to bring you along and make this a whole video series, but I kind of got carried away. I got really excited doing this and I forgot to film a bunch of stuff, and then it was a bit late. I was just like, oh, I want to get it done. So it's done. Are you ready to see? The rainbow is done. I was a bit worried about Mika's color choices because they're not like normal rainbow colors, but it's actually come up looking really, really good. Got the sun painted up there. Not quite done yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. That'll be the next job on the list. The nice curvy hooks. I've got to put some kurus and nice patterns in there. It's based loosely around the sun and the Kiwi legends. Like, I'm from New Zealand, so I grew up with the legends. So Tamanui Tira, I think, is the sun's name. And there's a whole yarn about how Maui caught him and slowed him down and everything. So I basically want it based around that, just to give it a bit of Kiwi flavour. And then we come down here. This amazing fairy garden. I'm so happy with how that's come up. I had an awesome friend who offered to paint this for Mika, and they have just done an exceptional job. You can see all the detail and shading, little ladybugs and bees and a fairy mermaid with dragonflies. It's come up so better than I could have ever imagined. Like, I'm amazed with how good it looks. Swing over here, a little mirror that I had laying around the house, and some drawers, and the bed. Oh, hello Chase. Chase is in here, of course. So, the mermaid. You remember we built that a while ago? Finally got it painted and finished up. I decided that it needed to go on a better bed. So what I've done here is I built Mika a little loft bed. So she's got her bed up there with the mermaid on it. Stairs I slapped up one night and chucked together. And then underneath is this beautiful little chill out area / reading room. I haven't quite finished it yet. As you can see, I'll cover that wood up with some more material like that. And probably tidy up the inside, cover the base of the bed with that. But me and Mika slapped this bed together one weekend. I was amazed with how good it came out. And the whole idea of doing this room for her is because she's transitioning into her own room after sharing my room for a number of years. And I didn't want it to be a hard transition to make. So I thought, well, I'll paint like a nice pretty rainbow on here and that'll make it a bit more exciting for her. The fairy garden came into it. The sun, the whole wall ended up getting done. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, but like, we got the mermaid bed, let's make a new bed. So she spent the weekend helping me make this bed and then wanted to sleep in it that night. So she actually transitioned in here on her own. So the whole project is just an absolute success. I forgot too. We have a solar system up there. I could get some more glow-in-the-dark stars to go up on the roof. But, like, I mean, this is done. This is done for now. There's more that's got to come in here, but yeah, it ended up costing a little bit more than I was expecting, and with Christmas and the slowdown at work and everything, yeah, I run out of money. So, anyway, that happens. But she is now out of my room, so there's a lot more room in my room. So, do you want to see what I've done down there? Let's go down. Damn, whew. Those big jumps, they sure take it out of you. My room, I had all this empty room where her bed used to be. I swapped my bed around, so my bed faces the other way now. To make room for this, I have a workstation and office. I finally have somewhere to actually set my computer up and use it. Now, I got gifted these old screens as well, so that's all set up and working now. So I can finally get on to actually doing things with the computer rather than on my phone laying in bed or with my laptop sitting on my lap laying in bed. I have a workstation to be productive at. And I made a stencil and sprayed my logo on my wall, which is really choice. I'm really, really proud of that. I was going to make a video about how I made the stencil, and it turned out to be quite an extensive process. But I sort of got started making it, and then I was like, this isn't going to work. And I was getting really frustrated with it not working, and I couldn't figure it out. It took me ages to figure out. And then it kind of clicked and it all worked. And by that stage, I was just stuck into the project and I was like, oh, I meant to film that. But yeah, it never happened. Anyway, so that's a quick update of what's happening at home. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? Now for the rest of the video. First, we've got some work to do though. A little bit concerning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm already sweating. So yeah, the rest of the day is going to be fun. Another day of working done. Now just the drive home. My prediction for the hot weather wasn't quite on today. It's actually drizzly and overcast, which I'm really thankful for. That was a rough day at work. Yeah, it's one of the harder days I get to have in this job. Finally back home again. We left in the dark this morning and we're back here in the dark. But look. Nice new filming space. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I hope it looks good and sounds good, more importantly. Oh man, what a day. Today's video has not gone at all to plan, and I was gonna throw it all away and just try again another day. That happens often. I'll start recording something in a day and I don't get it done, and then there's plenty of other days like when I did this, where I don't end up recording it and then get to the end of the day and go, man, I really wish I had a film stuff today. So one day I'll get the balance right, I guess. But today didn't go at all to plan. I was going to throw this video away, but I decided instead of that, let's have a bit of a chat about a little thing called depression, which sucks, by the way. Today I'm having a really down day, which is not fun, and this is where I'm kind of going with it, because like life doesn't go to plan, and especially when you suffer from mental illness, more often than not life doesn't go to plan. You know, my life's pretty good. I look around me and I'm pretty happy with everything that's going on at the moment, where I'm at. I'm so happy in my sobriety. Someone actually said to me the other night, like, if I was struggling with it, having a hard time, I was like, you know what, you couldn't actually pay me money to drink beer at the moment. Like oh man, I'm definitely soberholic again. I am just loving being sober. I am getting sidetracked though. So back to my original point. Life's pretty reasonable. Today, massive depression day. And it's hard because like you look around you and everything's going reasonably well and you don't really have any reason to be this sad, but the reason is depression. It happens, and I think this is the worst part about it, and the cruelest trick with things like depression, anxiety. There's nothing actually that's setting that off or requires that kind of response, yet it's there, and then you can get quite stuck in your own head as to like, why am I like this? My life's good, I shouldn't be feeling like this, all that sort of stuff. And it's a really nasty path to go down. But unfortunately, I have gone through it today. I've worked through it because that's what you have to do. When these things strike you, you've got to keep fighting it. It's so exhausting because it is just this constant fight all the time, every day. It's a constant fight and a battle, and it's exhausting, it's tiring. A lot of times, like, you feel like, man, why am I so tired? I'm not even doing anything. And you think about it, and you're raging this war with your brain all day. Like, I know for me, a lot of times my thoughts won't stop. Like, it all sort of started last night. I was laying in bed and I was having trouble getting to sleep because the thoughts just kept coming and coming and coming. And so then I've got to try and refocus my brain, slow everything back down, and try and ground myself and get to a point where I can focus on sleep and stop thinking about every other thing that's going on in the world and get some sleep. And then I had a messy sleep because, you know, during the night you'll hear a noise, you stir, those thoughts pop back up, and then you've got to calm everything back down again to get back to sleep. It's exhausting, man, and I've got to the end of today and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm so tired. A few years ago, I would just drink and that would go away, and I didn't realise I suffered from depression and anxiety. I just, you know, needed to drink. Now I recognise it for what it is, and for me it's important to do things that make me happy, make me feel good. Talking to you guys, finishing this video up, that's a good thing for me. That's something that's going to help me. And even though I feel like, oh, I shouldn't really make this because it's kind of crap and didn't really turn out how I wanted it to turn out, and I've had a hard day at work, oh, yeah. Actually doing it and making it and being here talking to you now it's one of the things that get me through. Sitting here in this awesome space that I've created, I love it. It brings me joy. It makes me feel happy. Yeah, I'm still struggling. I'm feeling down, but I'm also okay with that because I know I'm going to get through it. I know things are going to get better. I know tomorrow's going to be a better day, and that's what gets me through in these times. But it is important to keep fighting it. It's so easy just to give up and get sucked down into that hole, which is exactly what depression wants. It wants you to fall deep, 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 deep down into that hole until you feel like you can't get back out. And as exhausting as it is, and as tiring as it is, it's really important just to keep fighting it. Anyway, link for merch in the description below. Also, logo t-shirts available there. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's not the greatest video today, but it is what it is, and we're in this together, and I hope you enjoyed the update on the rainbow wall. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you. See you next time. Bye! Don't wake me up.